in 2014, the library started a makerspace. And in the makerspace, the idea was to bring technology in for the campus, such as 3D printing and video creation that faculty and students could use with a low barrier to entry. So we will buy the equipment, supply the training, and then faculty and staff can come in and use this. Well, virtual reality was another technology that was coming into play in the education world and also in the gaming world. And so we decided to start by purchasing some of the VR technology and then working to figure out how this could be incorporated into the classroom.
Well, virtual reality is a very relatively new emerging technology, and we did a lot of research, and it's really in all aspects of society. But within education, it does two things that are very profound. It engages students and it facilitates their learning. So when you put those two things together, it just makes it easier for students to learn and reach or obtain those learning outcomes.
So a few things happened along the way that have sort of led me to the studies in virtual reality. The first was that the college has expanded their makerspace in our Eastern Campus, MLRC. I can't even tell you how fortunate we are here to be like at the cutting edge of technology. I've already tried to bring in all the technology they've had previously available, from the 3D doodler pen to the 3D printing, and when they brought in the virtual reality, it was like, this is the next step. Our students that are coming in, they've already been exposed to this technology in the K-12 learning system. To not have it and to not expose them to it and then not incorporate it is almost to do them a disservice.
VR, again, it really engages the students, but it also gives them a different sense of empathy, a different sense of understanding. Again, and that comes just from being inside this virtual environment. What students get from text or even visuals, it does provide some sort of education, but being immersed in something, I really believe it just produces a lot of empathy from students, which in turn produces a different type of learning.
It's different. It's not something that you would do, and plus it's more interactive, and not everyone is like a sit down, like read the book type of learner. A lot of people like myself are visual learners, so we kind of need to get in there and figure out things by like playing and using our senses.
So virtual reality stimulates all of the senses. So we're not talking about just some sort of visual perception. You're immersed in the space. And so this immersion can provide a very interesting educational opportunity. So for a student that's learning about an historic event, they can go and actually be in the middle of the battle or walk through the space that's talked about in a textbook, providing the students with a different sort of learning opportunity.
I think it expands the conversation of what we've been discussing. In my drawing class, for example, we've spent a lot of the semester talking about observation, low technology, no technology in observation, and really working by hand. And then I like to challenge that idea by saying, but we're in this contemporary digital society, and when we access technology that's available, how does that expand what we've been doing?
People can pretty much expect the unexpected. They're stepping into environments that they had never been before. I mean, how many of us can say we've been inside the Coliseum and looked around? How many of us can say we've been 200 feet below sea level? These are things that they're going to experience. And again, these are things that they might not experience in real life.
There's a few things. I think it's jarring at first for many of our users. So we have one program that's just for fun. It's a roller coaster. And if you've been on roller coasters and you've been on our VR roller coaster, you'll see that some of the experiences that you have are very similar. So your body will react to the space. So the first thing is to realize that it's not just a program that you're looking at. You will be involved physically in the environment.
What it added to the class was that we were able to take what we knew in real life and put it into a virtual sphere.
My favorite part of VR is just the student reaction, or even the faculty reactions. You really don't understand what it's like to get into this virtual reality until you step into it. And just watching their face light up or even their reaction once they're in there, to me that's priceless.
Our experience has been, once we put the headset on the individuals, they are I think, enamored, one, by the technology, but I think that they are surprised at how immersive the technology is.
I've used it before, but not in a way that I was able to put my drawings into it. It was just more so to play with games, but since we were using it for a purpose, it was kind of cool just to design different things and to get in touch with the program.
I think if you're a faculty member and you haven't come in here yet, and you haven't come in with your students yet, get here now. You know, when I hear in the K-12 system that students are dissecting frogs in virtual reality and holding beating hearts, you know, virtual reality can really be connected to any discipline there is. So often we feel limited by the semester and making sure that we teach all of the content and that our students learn all the material that they're supposed to, but virtual reality isn't just gaming. It's actually like a very important learning tool that sort of, in a way, builds real-world connections for the students because they're in this 3D setting, but it's also something that like jump starts their thinking. And I've had students say it's some of the most meaningful experiences they've had on campus, so I would definitely say get over to the VR lab. It's
like a type of learning that you could play and interact with, and I know I say that a lot, but it's true because it actually stuck with me because, like, you know, it was something that I was able to like feel for rather than just, you know, reading it and then just going and not thinking about it. But I was able to like take that with me and like apply it to other types of things that I'm doing in my life.
After using it, it's always been a sense of excitement and again, a sense of wanting to do more. How can I use this? When can I come back? What else can I do with it? So again, that's really the engagement factor with it. And that's sort of a step that I take after to sort of bring them in and really enhance what they're doing with it. So again, students just want to continue with it. It really engages them and makes it easier for me because once a student is engaged, I believe they want to learn.
So the first thing I would say is call us up, come over and get the VR headset on. We're not sure of all the applications that we can use in your classroom, and so you're the content expert. But once you come in, we want to outfit you in the technology, have you experience what some of the apps can do, some of the environments that are available, and we can work with you to find environments or apps that work for your class, for your content, and see how that will fit with your curriculum and to increase learning opportunities for the students in your class.